Public safety has always been a top priority for us here in Rancho Cucamonga. Let's find out why.
The Rancho Cucamonga Fire Protection District unveiled a major safety and preparedness campaign this year called Ready RC. Ready RC is designed to create a community-wide emergency preparedness plan while working on ways to reduce and avoid risks and dangers throughout the city. One component of Ready RC is the new Business Emergency Response Team, or BERT. BERT was launched to build disaster preparedness and resiliency within our business community. Much like CERT, or our Community Emergency Response Team, BERT begins with a series of 6 courses that include vital topics to businesses like creating an emergency operations plan and building employee emergency kits, as well as taking part in disaster response exercises. Information on the new BERT program and Ready RC can be found on the Fire District's website. When it comes to emergencies, one of the scariest moments of the year was the morning of April 30th, when the Etawanda fire began in a remote canyon and burned down to the border of our city. The fire was sparked by an illegal campfire and fanned by 80-mile-per-hour Santa Ana winds. The flames burned more than 2,100 acres, but damage was kept to just one structure, thanks to a collaborative response from the Rancho Cucamonga Fire Protection District, the U.S. Forest Service, CAL FIRE, and the Sheriff's Department. City staff manning the Emergency Operations Center coordinated road closures, evacuation shelters, emergency volunteers, public information, and community donations. They also assisted with the subsequent wind damage cleanup. Cucamonga Canyon has always been a favorite destination for hikers, but in August of 2013, the U.S. Forest Service closed the area due to high fire danger. This past April, the order was revised, and while Cucamonga Canyon remains closed, the hiking trail from Big Tree Road to the stream crossing was reopened. Our local fire district continues to work closely with partner agencies, including the Forest Service, the Sheriff's Department, and the Cucamonga Valley Water District, to address canyon-related issues. Thanks to those partnerships, the number of rescues required in the Cucamonga Canyon this past year are down 100% compared to the previous year. Enforcement efforts in the canyon have also been successful, with the fire district issuing 7 citations and local law enforcement making 7 arrests, writing 245 citations, and towing 8 vehicles. Another valuable partnership in addressing the property use of the canyon has recently developed with the all-volunteer organization known as the Cucamonga Foothills Preservation Alliance. This group is working hard to restore the canyon's natural beauty and has provided assistance to law enforcement. In addition, the fire district has been able to provide logistical support for the group. The concept of public safety extends to our furry friends as well. Our Animal Center has the task of caring for animals who've been lost or abandoned until they can find them a new home. This year, the Animal Center has an abundance of small dogs, many of them Chihuahuas, who, through no fault of their own, end up with us in search of a new family to love them. In many areas of the country, there aren't enough small dogs available for adoption. So in July, a staff member at the Animal Center organized a cross-country road trip with 16 small dogs in hopes of finding them a forever home through the Humane Society in Augusta, Maine. Now, as you might imagine, the trip was quite an adventure, with many rest stops and potty breaks along the way. But upon arrival in Maine, they were literally welcomed with open arms by the local staff. After a short mandatory quarantine period, all of the dogs were adopted, making for a very happy ending for all involved. There's no doubt that public safety has progressed tremendously over the last year, with great strides in many areas. But we still have plenty of work ahead. But our goals can be accomplished through our public safety staff's continued partnerships with local groups and organizations, along with members of our community.